Hey, niece. Oh, look at Nikki trying to come over on YouTube. Hey, Rhonda Washington. Hey, Aunt Tanya. And Dracy. Hey, Kasha. Is it Kasha Willis? Hey, Kim Tyler. Hey, niece. Song of Achilles. I've never heard of that book. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. Hey, girl, hey. I hope you guys had an amazing day today. And if you didn't have a great day today, listen, the day is done. Amen. The day is done. So listen, you can shake it off. The day is done. Hey, Kimberly Dooley. Sherry Kuntz. Hey, P. Marcel. Rita, don't come in here with them cigarettes. Now, Rita, I have a task for you tonight. I have a task for Rita tonight. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Shakar. Shakar, I got your address last night, but I emailed you, so you know that. Bianca says she may need another mug. Which one you need? Hey, niece. Hey, girl, hey. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Did you need a hey, boy, hey mug? All of those things are over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. Nikki got the information about the 10 books, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. Listen, shake it off. Shake it off, niece. If you had a bad day today, shake it off. You're still alive. You made it through. Hey, girl, hey. Queen Sugar comes back on June 14th. I can't wait because I'm going to give you guys my commentary. Oh, Sherry Kuntz. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Thank you for the phonetics. She put the phonetic spelling in there so I could. Listen, Kim Tyler, get out of my notes. I'm going to talk about that tonight. Yeah, they have a new feature on Uber. I'm going to talk about that. Look at Cammy coming in here asking me about Charlotte. Girl, we talked about that the other day. It's a new day today, niece. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Thank you, James Baldwin, a.k.a. Kia. Marquetta says she had a horrible day, but niece, guess what? You live to talk about it. You live to talk about it. It's okay. The day is over. Shake it off, niece. You got to shake it off because somebody didn't make it through the end of the day. You made it through something that somebody else didn't make it through. Amen? You made it through something where somebody else lost their mind. You came out on the other end just okay. I just finished taking my vitamins, everybody. This is my triple turmeric. I take that every day. And I take my vitamin D3. I took my magnesium. I usually have vitamin A, vitamin C, and E. I usually have my individual vitamins too, but I need to replace them because I don't have any more. Hey, Reese. Hey, Ramona Williams. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Kim Dobine. Hey, Alpha Charm. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart. And this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Honey B, thank you so very much for my birthday gift today through the Cash App. It's never too late, niece. It's never too late. It is still May. Hey, girl, hey. Listen, Honey B, you said go ahead and get you some multivitamins. I don't really like the multivitamins. I mean, the multivitamins are not bad, but I prefer the individual vitamins because when you have the multivitamins, it's just a little bit of each vitamin in there. So it's not the full portion, if you will. So I like to buy the individual A, the individual B, the individual C, and whatever it is that I use. Because the multivitamins only gives you just a little sample. You understand what I'm saying, niece? But thank you for being here. So listen, I got a couple things that I want to talk about tonight. Let me pull up my little list. But let me say this first. My friend Andrew, I don't really know him because I've never met him, but Andrew Hudson, one of the pen pals, he over here on Facebook. Look, I'm looking at YouTube. So my friend Andrew Hudson cash-apped me last night $20, and he told me to gift the book to one of you. But he Cash Apped it last night, and I didn't notice it until I got off, right? So I didn't notice the Cash App until it was almost time for me to get off. Let me bring y'all down some YouTube. So I didn't notice until it was almost time to get off. No, because now I'm cutting my head off. So I didn't notice until it was almost time to get off the live yesterday. And so what I decided, though, is instead of me gifting it to one of you, because remember I told you guys about a gay youth group called Paige, P-A-I-G-E. They're in Memphis. Remember I was in Memphis? And when I came back from Memphis, I told you guys about this organization, a gay youth organization there. And they have about 15 kids that come there. They do a weekly group meeting and they talk about different things in the community. They talk about their concerns. They talk about their issues or things that they have going on with their family. You know, because a lot of these kids that go to these gay youth groups go there for support because they come from families that couldn't or wouldn't support them. You know, so they don't have any support. And so they go there for resources, etc. So, and I've shared with you guys many times before that I believe part of what I was called to do was to write this first book, Words Never Spoken. And so I'm gifting books, and I've been doing this since 2012 when the book first came out, when Words Never Spoken first came out. I gift books to gay youth organizations across the country. So I have 2 organizations that I want your help to gift books to. Now I'm gonna gift 5, and I have my 5 books right here. I'm gonna sign these. Here are the 5 that I'm gonna gift. I'm gonna sign these 5 books, and I'm gonna gift these to Paige. It's an organization, it's a nonprofit in Memphis, Tennessee. Now they have about 15 students, so I still need 10 more books to gift to them. And so if you want a Cash App, you can. 1 book is $20, 2 $36, 3 $54. Okay? So anything over 1 book, just $18 per book, right? So if you want to help donate some books, you can. Just Cash App me, and I will go ahead and send them to Paige. Now there's another organization in Charlotte. The name of it is called Time Out Youth. They're in Charlotte. You can Google the names of both of these places. Now Paige is in Memphis. Now Time Out Youth is in Charlotte. And I'd like to gift them 15 books. So that's a total of 30 books. It's really 25 because like I said, I'm gonna gift 5. And if you guys want to help support, then you can, okay? So just Cash App me and just put in a little memo that, you know, it's to gift the book to a youth group or whatever. All right? So that's that. Now listen, you guys know that I like and I use Lyft and Uber, right? So I've been using Lyft and Uber. And so I read this article today. That there's an option now for you to select quiet mode. Oh, China Dickerson said, let's get to 10 tonight. Craig, I'm sending a Cash App for 2 books now. Thank you, China Dickerson. I appreciate that. Looking at Facebook. YouTube then already started it off. Hey, girl, hey. Charles said, hey, gift 1, no Cash App, but I'll send money to the GoFundMe. Yeah, you can do that, Charles Coakley. You can do that. Or you can send it to Zelle. My email address for Zelle is bookthewriter@gmail. But anyway, there's an option now. There's a setting in Uber now, where if you want to request a car, and when you get in the car, and you don't want the driver to talk to you, you can put it on quiet mode. I think that is ingenious. And listen, I've thought about this before because when I lived in California, I used to work for Metrolink, which is the commuter train in LA. And it goes from, it only operates in Southern California, right? And it goes from like LA County all the way over to like the tip of like San Diego, right? When I tell you there's a quiet train, I don't know if Rita started it. That's actually what I wanted Rita to get involved with. Because I was gonna say, Rita, we want you to forfeit your cigarette money for the month and go ahead and give some books to these gay youth organizations. We have 2 to support. 1 that's in Memphis and 1 that's in Charlotte. So Rita, would you be willing to sacrifice some of your Benson and Hedges money? But I really think that is ingenious because, I'm sorry, Rita. Rita, I didn't see it. I said I was coming back to you. I had something special for you. But listen, I think that is so ingenious because there are times that I get into the car and I don't really want to talk. sometimes I'm traveling, you're coming off of a plane, or, you may be working and you just don't feel. Benson and Hedges are more than $2. How much are Benson and Hedges, Rita? She knows all of the pricing. She knows the wholesale pricing. She knows the retail pricing. She knows the discount price, the volume discount pricing. Rita, how much of those? How much can we expect from you? Because if you're not smoking, she claims she stopped smoking. So if you stop smoking cigarettes, Rita, then we really should have all of your cigarette money for the month of May and June and moving on. Thank you, Latricia Spears, for the $5 for the book tour. I appreciate it. My girl China Dickerson did go ahead and cash out for 2 books. Thank you. My girl Bianca Alston up in New Jersey, Pennsauken, New Jersey. She gifted 2 books as well. Thank you, Bianca. My girl Mantra, she gifted 1 book to the Gay Youth Organizations. Thank you, Mantra. And then Melissa gifted a book. I don't know your last name, Melissa, but Melissa gifted a book as well. So how many books is that? That's 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we have 6 books. We need 19 more. But anyway, listen. Rita, cigarettes, it's $8 a pack. Okay, so I guess if you gift 1, 2, 3 times 8 is 24. So Rita, I guess if you, Honey Bee, that's you. Thank you, Honey Bee. Honey Bee, I thought your name was something else. I used to know your name. I used to know your name, Honey Mitchell. Honey Bee Mitchell. I can't remember your real name right now. Barbara Williams said in Chicago, Benson and Hedges are $12. So Rita, we're just gonna go ahead and say that yours cost $12 as well. So if you go ahead and forfeit a pack and a half, we can go ahead and gift the book on your behalf. Dan Twan, cigarettes are like $10 now. I don't smoke, but I know it's expensive. They sure are. Hey, Sharon Johnson. Hey, girl, hey. But the thing about the YouTube thing, I'm back to YouTube. I mean, Uber, not YouTube. The only way that you can get the quiet car option for the driver to not talk to you is you have to request the black car. Now, we all know that the black car is far more expensive than a regular Uber. Like, I was testing it today. Like, when I go to the gym, the Uber is usually, depends on, the gym is usually about $8, anywhere between $8 and $14, right? Depending on what's going on. But when I tested it today, just to check to see the price, it was $44. Ain't nobody requesting no black car. Ain't nobody doing all that. Hey, Monique Dixon. Hey, Too Legit to Quit. Hey, girl, hey. Melissa Lawrence Stewart. Oh. Hey, Gemini Lady. Hey, Tiffany Smith Bell. Do I need to go ahead and give the announcements again for the people that are late? How they coming in here late? They 16 minutes late. They 16 whole minutes late. Oh, Dan Twan just gifted 2 books. Thank you, Dan Twan. Oh, P. Marcel said, Craig, I loved your one-on-one with DT on the Patreon. Thank you so much. The people that are on the Patreon, they missing out on the Patreon because, we have real good conversation. Yeah, I do have my headphones on when I request the Uber. But, sometimes those drivers, they just want to talk to you anyway. And look, I checked my, thank you, Tina Tillison. I checked my Uber rating today. I'm a 4.79. And my friend Ryan was like, Craig, that's not a good rating. I'm like, I don't have a good rating? Honey Bee says she's fairly new. Hey, Tan over there in Alaska. Where you guys watching from? We got Alaska. We got Upper Marlboro, Maryland. We got Charlotte, North Carolina. We got Pennsauken, New Jersey. We got Ohio, Keop somewhere in Ohio. I can't remember what city. Chattanooga, Tennessee. BJ says she a 4.97. Orlando, Florida. Houston, Texas. Petty Tompkins is over there, down there in New Orleans. We got Connecticut. We got Orlando, Florida. Chicago, Colorado. Let me refresh this Cash App because I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and support these gay youth now with these books. Those of you that appreciate the first book, that really love the first book, how beneficial would it be for a young person to be able to read that book, to offer them some direction, some insight? Hey, Baltimore. Hey, D.C. Hey, Indiana. Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. That's how y'all say it down there. Monquetta is in Atlanta. My girl Lizzie. Hey, niece. She over there in Sacramento. China says she's in D.C. proper. She's not in Maryland or Virginia. So all of you children that live in like Arlington, Virginia, and you live in Upper Marlboro, stop claiming D.C. because you're not in D.C., okay? That's what she said. Rita, I don't see your Cash App that come through here for a book that you're gifting. We got Knoxville, Tennessee. We got Tallahassee, Florida. What's up, Milwaukee, Wisconsin? What's up, Doretha? Doretha Frazier. What's up, Baltimore? Datis, you're not really in Baltimore. You're in Randallstown. I have your address. See, I remember certain people. We got Rita, I know you in Fort Myers. Hey, Marie Dixon over there in Richmond, Virginia. Makisha in Mississippi. What part of Mississippi? My sweetheart is from Mississippi. He from Jackson, Mississippi. Simply Sincere says she's on chapter 4 of the first book. Simply Sincere, I need you to go ahead and cash at me $20 so I can gift a book to some of these gay youth organizations. Waldorf, Maryland. Girl, you over in the sticks, Danetta. Oh, D'Antoine, Rita got a money order? Well, girl, we ain't gonna be able to gift her book till next month. By the time that comes through the mail. We want to go ahead and gift copies of the first book to some gay youth organizations. Oh, Tara Meyer says she lives in Jackson. Are you really in Tokyo, Japan? What's up, Brooklyn, New York? Mildred? I'm not asking her that, honeybee. We got Waterbury, Connecticut. Come on, Waterbury. Waterbury, Connecticut. Hey, Michelle Yates. Hey, Michelle Yates. How you doing, Michelle? How you doing? What's up, Miami? Monique Dixon says she just, oh, that's you. Beautiful. Monique Dixon, my girl in Charlotte. I just met Monique. Listen, when I meet some of you in person, thank you, Charles Coakley. Charles Coakley said he sent his money through the GoFundMe. When I meet some of you in person, it is so amazing. Like, I always remember your names. I may not know what you look like when you come up to me, but I always know your names because if I see your name in here a lot, I'm going to know your name. And Monique came up to me and was like, do you know who I am? And I'm like, girl, I don't remember your picture. And she pulled up her Facebook profile. And I hadn't seen her. I recognized her Instagram picture, but I didn't recognize that Facebook one. Yes, that was me doing Michelle Yates' voice right there. You know Michelle Yates is a baritone. You know, there are some women that are baritones, you know. I need to come to San Francisco. I've never been to San Francisco, you know. I have never been to San Francisco. You know that's how Michelle Yates talk. Y'all need to cut it out. When I talk like this, you know, when I say y'all talk like this how I meant. Come on, Warner Robins, Georgia. You know, whenever I imitate you guys, when I imagine your voice is high pitched when you're messaging me. And you're talking, I ain't get my book yet. I mean, I just don't understand why I ain't get my book yet. I mean, you claim you run a good black business. So whenever I talk like that for you all, Michelle Yates always says, that's not how I talk. My voice is lower. So I'm like, okay, Michelle Yates. So Michelle Yates' voice is down here. She talks in the basement. She got that Barry White voice. She got that smoker's voice. Please do, and me and my sister are going to come hang out. Come on, Salisbury, Maryland. Come on, Salisbury. Mantra says she's alto, so she talks up here. Michelle Yates is down here. Are there any other ladies that speak down here in the basement? Are there any other women that talk down here in the basement? Kiev said he's a tenor, so he talks like right around here. He talks right around here. Michelle Yates is down here. Michelle Yates is down here. D'Antoine said he doesn't like the flow water. He said it tastes like hairspray. We're going to go ahead and work on your taste buds, D'Antoine. Ain't nothing wrong with that flow water. Ain't nothing wrong with that flow water. Thank you, Carolyn. Carolyn Carolyn Ann Kellum over there in St. Louis, Missouri. See, I remember sent funds for 3 books for the kids. Thank you, Yolanda Green. Hey, girl, hey. Yolanda Green, what city are you in? I appreciate that. I really do. And remember I was saying to you guys the other day, this constitutes as tithing. You do know that, right? That's the honey that I'm talking about, Mainovia Mitchell. That's the honey that I was that's the one that I was thinking about. Honey sent for a book, and my girl Yolanda Green sent books. She sent enough for 3 books. Thank you, Yolanda. Oh, she's in Baltimore. What zip code you in, Baltimore? Come on, Baltimore. Come on, Baltimore. I appreciate that, Baltimore. Girl, I think YouTube got y'all beat tonight, Facebook. But I ain't gonna complain, because I know y'all been around longer. Okay, let's see how many books we got now. So that's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. We got 13. We got 13 so far. So what we need? 12 more? We need 25. Because remember, I'm gonna get 5, so that'll make 30. That'll make 30. So we need 12 more books. Hey, niece. Hey, girl, hey. Look at Michelle Yates. If you ever come back to New York, we have to do brunch, lunch, or dinner so I can hug your neck. You can hug my neck, Michelle Yates. And look, I want to thank my girl, Wendy Newman. Wendy, I don't know what city you're in. Let me look. I remember because you sent me your address today. Hold the line. Hold the line, niece. Wendy Newman over there in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Kay Higgins. I appreciate that. Tiffany Smith Bell says she just donated. Let me go over here and look. But my girl Tiffany, when she says she's going to do something, she does it. Let me go over here and refresh the Cash App. Thank you. Was that Tiffany? Oh, wait. That was Kay Higgins. Thank you, Kay Higgins. Rita, where'd you give your book? Rita? She said, so you're not counting my book? Where did you send your money? P. Marcel said on Friday she's going to give 3 books. Lola, write down P. Marcel's name. Put a little parenthesis and put she's our friend over here on YouTube. Because if she don't gift those 3 books on Friday, we're going to worry the hell out of her. Okay? We're going to worry her to death. We saying hello to all of the people in the overflow sections tonight. Hello to everybody in the overflow sections. Tiffany Smith Bell donated a book. Thank you. I was about to tell y'all something. What was I about to tell y'all? I was about to tell y'all something. And y'all took me in a different direction. I'll forget. Oh, Wendy Newman. That's what I was about to say. China Dickinson said, come on, y'all. Let's make this 30 books before the end of the night. And I'm going to gift all of these books to these organizations. We're going to ship them out tomorrow. You see, we got stuff right here that's going out tomorrow. I'm going to have Nikki ship all of this stuff out tomorrow. Kay Higgins says she's donating 3 books. Hey, girl, hey. Thank you. So listen, I want to give a very special shout out to my girl, Wendy Newman. She's over in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Remember when I asked you guys a couple weeks ago to pray for Theodore? That's our friend over in Hawaii. He's in Hawaii. Well, I'm not going to go into what was going on. Remember I asked you guys to pray for him? Well, he has some stuff going on. He has some health stuff going on. And so I don't want to talk about it just yet, just because I don't know if he wants me to share it. But he had inboxed me back in April and asked me to say a special prayer for him, which I did. And then I, in turn, asked you guys to pray for him as well. And so I've sent him a message, the day that his procedure was supposed to happen. And then I've sent him a message since then. And so I haven't heard anything yet. So I think it's maybe just because he just hasn't convalesced to the point that he can get on social media. But Wendy had a really good idea. She messaged me the other day and she wanted to send him an encouragement card. So she sent me the money. And we don't usually do 1 greeting card. We do a minimum of 3. But because that was such a thoughtful thing, I went on it. Well, no, she did end up ordering 3. But I was going to let her order just 1 greeting card. So I signed a greeting card from Wendy and myself. And I'm sending it. That's over here, too. That's going to go to him tomorrow. He's in Hawaii. So whenever he heals and comes back, he'll have that card. All right, so thank you for doing that. That was really, really special. That was really nice of you. And see how you can use social media in such a way to really reach people for good, other than just posting fights and all this other foolishness that we sometimes post. I really do need to start a 501c3 while you playing. Excuse me. But I want to talk about this abortion thing too. We need to talk about this abortion. You know they trying to. Oh, my girl Kesmira. Oh, that's Kay Higgins. Kesmira, you know I didn't know who that was. I know you as Kesmira. Kesmira just donated 3. Michelle Yates just donated 2. All right. Hey, girl, hey. Tiffany Smith Bell just said, why didn't I sign everybody's name on the list? Does she really think that I was going to spend my entire day trying to write all of their names down in a card? She think I ain't had nothing else to do but sit here and write everybody's name down in a card? Is she serious right now? She said, why didn't I write down everybody's name? Sometimes I don't really think y'all think about what y'all are going to say before you type that stuff to me. Why didn't I write everybody's name down in a card? She said, why didn't I write down everybody? First of all, there's not enough real estate in a greeting card to write down everybody's names. What kind of foolishness? Let me move on to what I was about to talk about next. Y'all are something else. Okay, so look, over there, and so serious, real talk right now though, for real. You know, in Alabama, they've already signed it into law that it is illegal for a woman to have an abortion, even if the pregnancy occurred as a result of a rape or incest. And I mean, there's still time for it to be, I guess, reversed. But y'all really, and I'm saying y'all, my girl Terry, she's in Alabama. She said the governor of Alabama signed the bill today. And the thing is, you know, this is really bigger than, okay, a woman not being able to have an abortion if she was raped. So that means if you were raped, you got to have a baby. You got to have a baby if you were raped by someone that you didn't know, or even if you knew them. If you were forced and you were pregnant by someone because of a rape, you got to have the baby because now it's illegal in Alabama. And the point is, if it happens in Alabama, that can trickle and become a federal law, not just a state law in Alabama, but it could become a federal law, meaning it will be in every single state. And if it's incest, if an uncle or if a cousin or a brother or somebody impregnates a woman, she has to have the baby. Now, here's what I know to be true. It doesn't matter that it was signed into law. This is not going to stop women from having an abortion. It will just put them at risk of having unsafe abortions. You know, we'll go back to the days where women were using clothes hangers and, you know, shit like that. You know, like, so it's not going to prevent a woman from having a baby or aborting a baby. So, like, this is something that we really need to galvanize on and really come together on and really, you know, assemble in some kind of way. I don't know if we need to sign some sort of a petition. Like, this goes all the way back to what? Roe versus Wade. Like, this is one of those things where in Alabama, y'all need to be lined up at the Capitol, at the courthouse, just like this is insane. But this is bigger than that. That's the point that I was about to make. This is bigger than not being able to have an abortion and having free will. This is really about taking a woman's rights. Like, having the ability or the privilege of having an abortion, whether you believe in pro-life or not. This really speaks to, this is a healthcare issue. This really is a healthcare issue. And this is something that we really need to, Jasleen. Oh, Brittany just donated $5. I don't know what this is for. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Michael Taylor donated a book. I guess that's for, yeah, he said for a gay organization. He donated a book. Thank you very much. So, yeah, so to Donnell Holt's point, slavery could be next. Obviously, that's an extreme thing to say. But listen, the point is, when we stand by and allow these policies to happen, and anything is possible. We already see the way they're shooting down people of color. Did y'all see the one where the guy, I can't think of the guy's name, and I can't remember what state is in. I think his name was Carl or something. He's a black guy. He has locks, and he was standing outside of his home. He was getting out of his car, and thank you, Brittany. He was getting out of his car, and the police pulled up and saw him getting out of the car, and they walked up to him and they told him that he was somebody that he wasn't, and they attempted to lock him up. And he was arguing, and the girl, I don't know if it was his girlfriend, his wife, or whomever it was, there was a woman that was filming it. You could just hear her talking. And she was like, that's not his name. That's not his name. You know, they were just basically saying that it was an identity issue. And the cop had a picture, and he was like, this is you? Doesn't this look like you? They were basically about to arrest this man. You know I'm going to put that on the show next week, because we're going to be doing the show from the house. And then that pregnant woman that got shot, a pregnant black woman that just got shot. So it's like these kinds of things like this. Like, we can't become so numb to it that this stuff kind of slides by us. We coming up on the election season. I posted about this earlier, about this abortion thing earlier. Right, and the police wouldn't listen to the guy. But I posted about this abortion thing earlier in Alabama. We're coming up on an election year, and so it's not just about you voting for a candidate that speaks to your specific concerns. It really is about the best overall candidate that has the greater good in mind. So, like in this last election, we saw a lot of folks voting so that it would benefit their pockets, their wallets. But we didn't think about all these other issues that were come into play, like this abortion thing that's happening. We didn't see this stuff happening with the wall that they're trying to build. And you know what I think is so interesting? Because I was down in Mexico. YouTube, you weren't here then. But I was down in Mexico back in November. And I thought it was so interesting, and white people don't get offended, because, you know, we talk about black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. I thought it was so interesting when I was down in Mexico how all of the white people were there in downtown Cancun and at all of these bars celebrating and drinking margaritas. And I'm like, and some of these white folks that then came down here for vacation from these United States are the main ones that don't want the Mexicans over in the... Y'all the main ones that want the wall to be built. Y'all got a lot of nerve. And I was looking at them, and I said, so I know these Mexican people looking at them like, you got a lot of nerve coming down here. Because if I was thinking it, I know those Mexican people down there in Mexico were thinking it. You done brought your ass down here to vacation, and you don't want us to come. But listen, it's an election year coming up. I posted also something else on my Instagram. The thing is, it's there's so much social media, okay? So I try to post things on my YouTube, I try to post things on my Facebook, and I try to post things on my Instagram. But I don't always post the same things on every single platform, right? Now on Instagram, I posted, it was a clip of Angela Rye. You know Angela Rye. She's a political commentator, black girl. She posted a clip of a young black guy speaking out. And he was basically saying in the clip that young black folks are not going for the shit that black folks of yesteryear are going for or went for. Not even the black folks of 2009. These young folks today that are politically activated, that are woke, as y'all say, they're not going for that shit. Listen. And I believe that every generation of young people, whether you're talking about white people, Hispanic people, black people, whatever, even like the children in your family, them 3-year-olds and 7-year-olds, they should be much smarter than we were. And when you look at these young folks that are really activated, they're going to be the ones that are going to really turn things around in this country, whether it's gun violence, whether it's police brutality against people of color. And so I posted this video of this young guy saying that now that they're of age and they're able to vote, they're not just voting for somebody who can beat Donald Trump. These folk are demanding that these political candidates that step up in this next election cycle, they have a black agenda. They have to have a specific agenda for black folks. And see, some of you black folks from yesteryear, see, y'all kind of that tofu black. See, I'm black. Now, I know we got white folks watching. I know we got Hispanic folks watching. But just because I'm for my people doesn't mean I'm against anybody else. I'm not against anybody else. I just want a more balanced system. You know, yeah, they like a tofu black, Dion. I'm black. I might not eat chicken, but I'm fried chicken black. Like I did my ancestry. I did my DNA. Tonette sent me a DNA thing last year for my birthday. And I swabbed and spit in the little thing and I shook it up in the little thing and I sent it off, right? Baby, they told me I'm like 80% Nigerian. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm so black. I'm like 80% Nigerian. But my point in saying all of this is, yes, I'm watermelon black. I'm watermelon and fried chicken black. I'm watermelon fried chicken eating on the front porch in front of white folks black. Don't care what they think. But my point to you is, you have to hold your candidates, and not just in these federal elections, in these local elections too. They have to have a black agenda. And I'm not saying they have to have certain things earmarked for black people, certain funds earmarked for black people, for these, what them little schools called, them Head Start programs in the inner city. Like we have to have programs, funds that are earmarked for black and brown children. Stop voting for these people just because. They need to have, listen, I'm pig's feet and hog maws and chitlins black. Now, I don't eat that, but that's what I come from. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Kamala Harris, she ain't even got my vote. I'm sorry. I don't even need to hear nothing else she got to say. I'm not saying that she's not for the people, but I just don't think I don't think she's ready. But what I'm saying is, like, we have to have candidates. Like when you vote for your mayor in these cities, when you vote, yes, I'm your favorite uncle. I'm the favorite uncle. Listen, when you vote for these mayors in your city, you got to remember, and I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, but you do know that the mayor of every city is over the police departments. The mayor is essentially the boss of the police department. So you have to, like, when these shootings and shit happen in these cities, you need to be knocking down the door of your mayor and having them hold these police officers accountable. And these district attorneys and shit. Like my girl Marilyn Mobley up there in Baltimore, when that whole Freddie Gray thing happened, she was not playing with them police. But they have to have a black agenda. They have to have a black agenda. Like, you have to specifically ask them, what is it that you're going to do for mass incarceration? Because you got a lot of people that are languishing in prison. Languishing. There's a word. Languishing. You got a lot of black folks that are languishing in prison for crimes that they didn't commit. Or for petty drug crimes. And when I say petty drug crimes, I mean marijuana. You got folks that are rotting away in jail over marijuana. And white folks got... Do I? You got black folks that are in jail rotting away because they were transporting or using marijuana, and you got white folks that are... Do I need to finish the sentence? You got white folks that they got these weed distilleries and things that they doing now. They need to go ahead and unlock, they need to release everybody that's in jail for marijuana. And again, it's not just at the presidential level. It's not just about who we're going to put in office for president. It's also about the local level. It's about the local level too, niece. But can you imagine people, listen, I'm going back to the abortion thing. Can you imagine young girls getting arrested for having an abortion? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube has been tripping. YouTube is messing up again. Are y'all there? Hello? Girl, I called the internet department before I got on here. So is the internet working over here on YouTube? It must be YouTube because Facebook is fine. But what I was saying was, because I think it kind of paused on you guys, for all of the women, and this is not to get in your business, you ain't got to come out and tell us your business. But think about all of the women all of you that may have had an abortion. Let's say you may, Let's say you may have been a little fast when you were 14. Let's say you may let's say you may have been playing around when you were 17. Okay? You made a slid on top of somebody's penis when you were 13. You understand what I'm saying? And you had the luxury, because that's really what it is. You had the luxury. LaShonda said 12, right? You done slipped and fell on top of some man's penis that was ejaculating. And you ain't know what you were doing, and you ended up pregnant. But think about if you didn't have the luxury of being able to have an abortion. Think about how that changes the trajectory of women now in Alabama. Because I don't know when this goes into law. Anybody in here know when it goes into law? Hold on, everybody. Rita needs a tutorial on how to download Cash App. So we can't even have good conversation. She's such a hindrance to us sometimes. We may have to ban Rita. We might have to exile her. I mean, like, she's like a spoiled child. She just over here shouting and screaming because she don't know how to download Cash App. She only been watching these Facebook Lives for about a year and a half. She's been watching since the inception. And now all of a sudden, she need me to hold her hand on how to download the Cash App. Rita, go on over to the GoFundMe and send that little change over here for these books for these gay youth people. Jesus Christ. We have over here trying to have some smart talk. We over here trying to have some good conversation. She over here wants that. This don't make no sense. If it was a cigarette, she'd know how to light that up. She'd know how to roll the tobacco, put the filter on it and everything. Rita, send that change through on here. Where my Facebook people? Y'all remember Patty? Do y'all remember Patty Facebook? She writing capital letters. And she's always talking about she wanted to kiss my lips. Rita is the new Patty. Good God Almighty. We can't even have smart talk. Here she comes. See, this is why black folks can't get nothing accomplished. Because it's always a Rita in every neighborhood that's distracting us from our purpose. There's always a Rita. There's always a Rita. If she ain't trying to get me to tell her how to, then she got Lola right in there. Lola right in there can help her how to Cash App. Ain't nobody teach her how to roll them cigarettes. Rita, how old were you when you first started smoking those Benson and Hedges? And did you always smoke Benson and Hedges? Or did you start on Cools or Newports and then you... Jesus Christ. So Shakara says, but you have some women that have died from getting abortions and had complications from abortions, whereas though now they can't have children at all. I mean, that is a possibility. But the thing is, the number of women, and I don't know the number, so I'm not trying to at all act like I know the number of women that die from complications every year in abortions, from having abortions. But I'm willing to bet that the number of women that actually die now in a modern day country like the United States would pale in comparison to the number of women that would probably die or have some sort of infection or whatever if they weren't legally allowed to do it. You know what I'm saying? Rita, somebody want to know if your voice is raspy from those Benson and Hedges cigarettes. China Dickinson, see, this is why I say good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. China Dickinson said 1 in 4 women have had an abortion. So just think about that. I mean, like, most of you that are watching, I'm guessing that most of you don't even probably, and I'm not old enough to know this either, but most of you probably don't even remember the time or weren't even concerned about an abortion from the time when it was when it was illegal to do it, prior to Roe versus Wade. So it's just like, can you imagine not just being able to do that? Look at Rita. She talking about, Craig, you treat me so bad. Here she go. Here she go. Look, somebody asked me if Rita's voice was deep. Michelle Yates, she chimed in. My voice, I've never smoked, but mine is just naturally heavy. She said her voice is naturally heavy. Let me see how many books we got over here now. We got 25 books that we're trying to gift tonight to some gay organizations. I'm gifting 5. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We need 3 more. We need 3 more, niece. We need 3 more. We got 22. We're trying to get to 25. Hey, girl, hey. Look, Dan Twan said, and all of these books have been gifted from YouTube. He said, which all of it, you need to step your pussy up over here on Facebook. Y'all talk all that shit about y'all need to be turned on first. And y'all talk all that shit about how he need to give y'all more attention because y'all were here first. But y'all ain't even matching them with the books. That's what they saying over there on YouTube. Come to the front of the congregation, Lanique. We need to have a word with you about your attendance, boo. Gemini lady. Yes, listen, we have an attendance policy over here on YouTube. Coming in here late. She coming in here 45 minutes late. Telling me, hey, hi, everybody. Michelle Yates. Somebody said you got a Mavis Staples voice. Rita, over on the, Rita, I'll inbox you to go find me later, okay? Jesus, she gonna worry me to death. Jesus, she gonna worry me to death. Somebody had a comment up here, and I was trying to get to that. Nicole Williams said they'll probably ask the federal court for a temporary restraining order to prevent the law from going into effect. Excuse me, they need to do something. I want to read what Thad41 said. I'm trying to find his comment. Remember, we are not theocracy. Religious views should not govern us. Yes! This is why the founding fathers created the Bill of Rights. Exactly. Absolutely. Come on now. Come on, somebody. And then the other thing that we have to remember, excuse me, is that we can't expect everybody to adopt our religious beliefs. Everybody doesn't believe in God. Just because we believe in God doesn't mean everybody believes in God. So you can't force your beliefs on. You can't proselytize people. Proselytize. Try to convince people or convert people to believe and think what you think. You can't try to proselytize people. So just because there could be a young woman who wants to have an abortion and she doesn't believe in God or higher power, and so she doesn't get into all of that. So we can't force that. Come on, Shay Desiree. Shay Desiree donated the book. We need 2 more, niece. Now we can go beyond 2, but we just need 2 more. Hey, girl, hey. Right, YouTube is trying to come for Facebook, y'all. Tracy Reese said, read my comment. Let me scroll up, niece. Camellia said, Craig, I'm old school. I don't like the Cash App. Contribute money off my card. We have to do it through Messenger or some other way. But yes, I would love to contribute. Camellia, let me write her down. Camellia, you know how to you know how to use Zelle? Camellia? Let me write her down because I surely will inbox her after this live. Please believe. Camellia Flanagan. Now let me go up here and read this other comment. See, this is the kind of conversation that we need to have on a consistent basis, though. You know what I'm saying? Like when there are certain issues, this is how powerful social media could be. Girl, I don't see your comment. I done scrolled all the way up. I don't see it now. Tracy Reese, I don't see your comment. Girl, I would hate to ask you to type it again, but can you type it again? Nicole Williams said, abortion is a human right. We all need to remember, as a woman, it's my choice and my body. And that's what I'm saying. The bigger issue is not just that a woman can't have an abortion in the event that she was raped or it was a case of incest. A woman should be able to choose. You know what I'm saying? And I remember reading an article or seeing something somewhere where somebody has said, and I can't remember who it was, there are no policies or laws that dictate or govern a man's body. None. There are none. There are no laws that tell a man that he got to have a vasectomy or there are none. There are no laws that dictate that. Lynn said they're trying to get these abortion laws into 26 other states. Well, that's what I was saying earlier. we may be looking at it like, oh, this is just a problem in Alabama. But no, trust and believe. If they pass that law over there, it will become federal. It will go from state to state to state to state. Craig, stop adding orange. I'm trying to find Tracy Reese's comment, but I don't see it, girl. You got lost in the shuffle. They trying to let y'all have it over here, YouTube. Alicia said, YouTube can never come from Facebook because they are new to this. We've been true to this over a year. Have several seats. And they pulled out this folding chair for you all to sit down. They said, here's a cold folding chair for all of you to sit down in. Oh, China Dickinson said they just passed it in Ohio. Mm-hmm. Y'all a mess. So look, Dr. Young sent me an article today about, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I'm gonna read it when I get off of here though. But and let me write down Rita so I can go ahead and tell her how to send the money through the GoFundMe because she's gonna worry me to death. Rita Benson and Hedges. I had to put a little note. China Dickinson said, Facebook has been watching for over a year but not coughing up the money. YouTube walks the talk. Hey, girl, hey. Alicia said this abortion thing is happening in Ohio, Georgia, Alabama. Yeah. But Dr. Young sent me an article today. Do you remember Oprah Winfrey was doing, she was like doing stories and stuff on 2020? Was it? No, 60 Minutes, 60 Minutes. And I forgot all about it. Like, it was so short-lived. Like, she's not on there anymore. And so I have to read this article to figure out what happened. Shakika said, what's the deadline? Oh, Shakika said, no, we've been on Facebook for 2 years now. Okay? I have to read that article. I really want to know. And Nicole Williams said, all of the states are Bible Belt states. What's up, Jeffrey Phillips? What's the heartbeat bill, Tara? She said Mississippi's governor signed the heartbeat bill last month. What's the heartbeat bill? Is that like an abortion bill? The doctors get prosecuted for doing the procedure. Yeah. The woman doesn't get prosecuted for having it done. Oh, is that the case? I didn't know that. Well, I'm sure there will be a lot of doctors that will probably stop doing it because they probably not trying to go to jail. Pamela Dickerson said that's the bill that Brian Kemp signed. Okay, so that's an abortion bill. Wow. And they're fighting in Ohio. Heartbeat is that you can't have an abortion after 6 weeks. Ah! Glenda Morrison said Kemp did too in Georgia. Okay, so it means that you can't have a heartbeat bill means you can't have an abortion after 6 weeks. Oh. As you may know, some women don't even know that they are pregnant at 6 weeks. Yes, this is Roe versus Wade all over again. Chocolate teddy bear. I'm out of school now, so I can join your lives more. We're here at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, Tuesday through Friday. Shay said, I found out at 5 weeks. The doctor told me that it was rare to find out that early. And somebody else, Dion said, you normally know about 10 weeks. So that's about 2.5 months in. They going after women. They going after women. What y'all gonna do? And here's what I'm gonna say. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Every major movement in this country, women and gay men have been at the front line. You don't believe me? Go do your research. Every major movement in this country, women and gay men have been, well, I was going to say LGBTQ people, but I'm going to say gay men. Women and gay men have been at the forefront of every movement in this country. Research it. If you don't believe me, research it. The HIV/AIDS crisis, gay men and lesbians were at the forefront. The women's movement, every major movement. So it's going to be up to women and the children being gay people. It's going to be up to women and children to really, that's it. Think about that. And think about how you can activate yourself and get involved, even if you're not in those states. Like, use your social media. I don't care if you have 500 people following your page, or if you got 200 friends, share it. Social media is a powerful medium. It's a powerful medium. The whole Trayvon Martin story broke because it was shared on social media, and it was shared and shared and shared. Every single situation where there was an Eric Gardner, the guy who was in New York, who said, "I can't breathe," and then Mike Brown out in Florissant, Missouri, Freddie Gray, every single one of those cases were broke because of social media. Use your social media. Now, we can laugh and giggle on here from time to time, but I always got to give you something to think about because it's important. And this is how but I'm telling you, it's going to be young folks that's going to do it. It's going to be young folks. Let's see. I think China asked me if we made our goal. We needed 2 more books. No, we still need 2 more books. Yes, Sandra Bland, we learned it because of that. Every single case, it was because of social media. That's how we learned about all of those things. So, and listen, you know what I want to do? I'm not going to ask you now because I know you guys are donating books. But in a couple weeks, I posted this on my Facebook. See, this again, sometimes I can't reach you, YouTube. But on my Facebook, I posted a link because I follow a page on Instagram, and I think it's called nationalbailout.org, and they bail out women of color. They bail women of color out of jail. A lot of these women are in jail for petty amounts, as low as $50. Their bails range anywhere from $50 to maybe $600. And these are women that are in jail simply because they don't have the money to come out. And we already know that the bailout system, or the bail system it's a revolving door, and it is a part of this system of mass incarceration, right? So they've been trying to abolish this whole bail system because it really is a way to keep people poor, marginalized people poor. So this organization, you can look it up, is nationalbailout.org, not .com, nationalbailout.org. Yes, the bond system. Thank you, Avery. I couldn't find my words. But nationalbailout.org, they specifically bail out women of color, black women, Hispanic women, whatever, Asian women, but it's primarily black women and Hispanic women. They bail these women out, and it's founded by black women. This organization they're bailing out black mothers. And so they had a huge push Mother's Day weekend where they were trying to bail out these mothers in time for Mother's Day. So not now. If you can, go ahead and go over to nationalbailout.org, and if you can contribute $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever you can afford, I think it's an amazing cause. This is a way that we can support each other, black folks. You don't have to be black to support. So they bail out they've been bailing out women in the DMV, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia. They bail out women here in Georgia. They bailing out women all across this country. And so they need your support because, again, a lot of these women are only in jail simply because they don't have $50 or $100 to bail themselves out, okay? And then some of them have been sitting in there for 6 months, a year, 2 years, or whatever. So think about that, but I'm going to do a big, big push soon, okay? And I'm going to give you guys time so we can all collectively do it, and we can go. This is going to be our little next charity. YouTube, I know you guys are new, but we've done 3 charities so far since I've been doing my little Facebook Lives and stuff. We did a charity. We did like $600 to a charity up in Michigan. It's called Open Door. And they help people who are homeless, get back into their own places and jobs. We sent them $600. And we also sent them like toiletries and things, feminine products, products that men need as well. We did one in Texas, Houston, called Toiletries for Families. We sent them a bunch of shit. We sent them a bunch of money. We sent them like $500 some and toiletries. That was the very first one we did. And then we did one in Baltimore. Some friends that I grew up with, they have a nonprofit where they help children that are underprivileged get their school supplies and backpacks and all that kind of stuff. So, and they feed people during like Christmas and Thanksgiving. So this thing that we're doing now, this next thing that we're gonna do, national bailout. All right? So get your little coins together, get your cigarette money together, your pork rind money, your Kit Kat money. See, again, you ain't always got to give your money to a church. Amen? Give into your community. All right? Thank you guys for supporting these gay youth organizations. Again, the two organizations that we're going to gift these books to are Page, which is in Memphis, and the other one is called Time Out Youth, which is in Charlotte. So I'm going to gift both of those organizations these books, okay? Yes, I do make smoothies on my Patreon. Yes, I do. I do. I make smoothies on my Patreon all the time. So listen, thank you for supporting this, and thank you for watching this, and thank you for thinking about what we were talking about tonight, all right? Have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue, because ain't nobody trying to kiss you if you don't brush your tongue, period. I got to call my man back. Bye. What you say over there? Can you have them take a picture with the book? Yes, I will do that, China. I will have them take a picture with the book. We did that with one of the organizations that we did that with in LA. It's called AIDS Project Los Angeles. So I had them take pictures with the books. So yeah, I will definitely do that. I will definitely do